In 1953, Malcolm went to Chicago to live and be trained by Mr. Muhammad himself. A year later, he was sent to Harlem to establish Mosque Number 7. An excellent debater and orator, Malcolm X became the verbal whip of Mr. Muhammad and the Muslims.
Well, sir, if we have sat around here for the past 100 years begging all of the white political hypocrites and every president that has taken office for some kind of freedom or some kind of justice and some kind of equality, and we today yet don't have it, then I think you can easily see that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is right when he says that the only way the black man can be free is when he has a land of his own and a government of his own and an economy of his own, an industry of his own, so he can do the things for himself that he now is waiting and begging the white man to do for him. And never.
Right, well, the next episode, and I was looking at this, the JON, right? So JON, right, becomes ion, right? It becomes ion, right, which is John. So basically, this is to do with John the Baptist, right? It's to do with John the Baptist, basically. So John the Baptizer, right? And becomes the voice of one calling in the wilderness, right? 437 and 3137. But that's what all the stuff's about. Matthew 33. You know, these these African speeches. The speech, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they're all speech makers, right? And that's what it's about. All this stuff. The voice of one calling in the wilderness. So all the speech makers, Malcolm X. And of course, the assassinations, they were all assassinated. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Louis Farrakhan, right? So it's all, this is all to do with John the Baptist. The whole thing, Of course, they always keep putting this code in with, regards to all the stuff, John F. Kennedy assassination, Martin Luther King, and obviously the headshot, with certainly John F. Kennedy. Of course, based on the beheading of John the Baptist. And the Knights Templar are supposed to worship the head of John the Baptist, of course, right? So it's all connected, it's all the same thing. Muhammad is Baphomet, right? Which is the Baptist. Now there's the pool, the Moses pool thing, the syringe, right? So there's the head chopped off, and there's the syringe pool. So it's like the head being chopped off is the gain as well, not the circumcision or castration, right? It's the castration idea. Again, there's the syringe pool. Now there's the syringe pool in St. John. So the whole thing's basically, coded around trans stuff as well. Of course, obviously again the 33. And of course, shot in the head. We'll see the Quran again, right? This is chapter 19. But I think probably this is written all over it, like type of thing, right? And they are in a state of heedlessness, right? Heedlessness, and do not believe. Right? So the head or head in the Scottish, we call them the Cain, right? The Kennard or Kennedy. So it's all that they were John the Baptist, totally quoted in. Of course, when you see a head in Scottish, it's heed, heed. And all to do with Knights Templar. And Baphomet, which is Muhammad. So the same thing, basically, all of it. Yeah, just like Dewar Cox, Dewar Cox again supposedly shot. Yeah, bathed in love. Bathed in love, baptized. Like Baphomet. And there, of course, the original Martin Luther was one of the most significant figures in Christian history, right? And his beliefs helped birth the Reformation. And obviously this Reformation was about the trans program again, right? So that this original Luther helped bring in the trans program into Europe or something. Of course, parallels between the two, Of course, patron saint of this Freemasonry is the Saint John. And there's two saints, both named John. Of course, that's like a dualistic aspect of something. You see the Scottish idea, it's like the heed. So maybe it's the two different Johns, one's blacks and one's whites.
Because he preached separatism at a time when most blacks pursued integration, Malcolm was not fully appreciated by most blacks during his lifetime. He was often branded a, quote, radical militant because of his outspoken attitude toward whites.
When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad finishes opening your and my eyes and making it possible for us to see this white man like he really is, he don't have to worry about us integrating with him. We don't want to be around that old pale thing. We don't want to be around that old pale thing. We don't want to integrate with that old pale thing. We don't want to sleep next to that old pale thing. No, we can do without it. You find that old pale thing laying out in the sun, trying to get to look like you. That old pale thing. You find him using man cane, trying to look like you. That old pale thing. That old sickly looking thing. And today we see him like he is. There was a time when we used to drool in the mouth over white people. We thought they were pretty because we were blind. We were dumb. We couldn't see them as they are. But since the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has come and taught us the religion of Islam, which has cleaned us up and made us so we can see for ourselves, now we can see that old pale thing to look exactly as he looks. Nothing but an old pale thing.
On December 1st, 1963, at a public rally in New York City, when asked what he thought of President Kennedy's assassination, Malcolm called it a case of, quote, the chickens coming home to roost. which was construed generally as meaning he was happy Kennedy was dead. 2 days later, the press reported a 90-day suspension of Malcolm X by Elijah Muhammad for the comment.
Yeah, that thing there, Reed. Like chickens always come home to roost, and curses like is directly from the Bible, Reed. So it's all, it's all a scripted thing about the Bible and that. Yeah, the Quran, of course, Bible and Quran, holy books and
and they stood up and started pushing each other. And one of them was saying,
Torah,
"Get your hands out of my pocket. Stop messing with my pocket." Malcolm's bodyguards started to move towards them to break it up. And up on the stage, Malcolm stepped out from behind the lectern, and he was saying, "Now, brother, break it up. Let's cool it." He stood there, alone on the stage, with one hand up in the air, and he was a perfect target. And a man, police say he was Thomas Hagen, ran down the aisle with a shotgun, and the ones with him were already shooting, when the shotgun was right in front of Malcolm X, and both barrels raped him. Malcolm went straight back, and the sound of his head slamming onto the wooden floor was mixed with the screams, and he lay on his back on the stage of an old ballroom.
balls in the head, see? Balls in the head. Another hex. This piece is interesting as well.
Control of Negroes over their own community, over the politics of their own community. And our economic philosophy, which is also black nationalism, is designed to show Negroes the importance of controlling their own economy. When Negroes are re-educated into the knowledge of how to set up businesses and establish factories, they can create their own employment, and then they won't be running downtown trying to boycott the white man or sitting at the white man's door or force him to give them a job. We want the importance of controlling their own economy. When Negroes are re-educated into the knowledge of how to set up businesses and establish factories, they can create their own employment, and then they won't be running downtown trying to boycott the white man or sitting at the white man's door or force him to give them a job. We want to try and show the Negro with the economic philosophy of black nationalism.
So it's the Negro idea that they were this, the grow, the increase.
And the social philosophy of black nationalism is to teach, again, it involves the re-education of Negroes. I hope I'm not talking too fast for you, but I can't help it. But the social philosophy of black nationalism is to show the Negro how to take some pride in his own society. Instead of trying to force himself into the white society,
see this,
how to elevate how to elevate his own.
It turned out so good. It's always kind of scary, kind of getting in the zone.
I kind of followed you and started doing what you were doing, so I can't thank you enough for that. And congrats on your future nostalgia tour. Just played the Garden. Oh my gosh, the Madison Square Garden. What was it? Talk to me.
It was surreal. It really was shaking.
So you see here, dua literally means request or supplication in Ibadah, right? And obviously in Islam.
People are talking about the tour, crazy awesome reviews.
So they're all Islamics,
Costumes, the dancing.
totally Islamics and that.
They're loving one dance in particular, and yeah, and I love that you did this because
Dua.
I mean, start and
So
then
love
like,
dua.
I want to say it's like in 2017ish, around that time, you did a dance that people, some haters.
See here, I read about John the Baptist. The mission of John the Baptist again, 3-6, like 1963. Them assassinations took place of